Something very strange happened in Washington. Overnight, without any prior warning, the US government suddenly scrapped the golden rule that kept China from getting its hands on the world's most powerful AI chips. The question is, why now? Why give up control over something so critical? Artificial intelligence, technological leadership, and the most powerful computing tools ever created. But then, something unexpected happened. The rule was softened, quietly. No dramatic announcement, no political celebration, and almost nobody noticed the deeper signal, because this change may reveal something bigger, something uncomfortable for policymakers. The AI race may already be harder to control than anyone predicted. To understand why this matters, we need to go back a few years. Artificial intelligence is now driven by one resource: compute power, massive compute power, and that power comes from specialized AI chips. The most advanced chips are designed for machine learning. They train large models, run complex simulations, and power the newest generation of AI systems. Right now, the global leader in these chips is the United States. American companies dominate the most advanced semiconductor technology, and that includes the company at the center of the AI boom, NVIDIA.
Their chips power data centers around the world. They power generative AI. They power advanced robotics. They power military research, which is exactly why Washington stepped in. The US government introduced export controls, rules that limited how advanced AI chips could be sold to China. Officials believed limiting hardware would slow down China's AI development, because without powerful chips, large AI models become difficult to train. At least, that was the theory. But the real world is never that simple. Because technology does not move in straight lines, it adapts, and sometimes it moves faster than regulations. Inside Washington, something became clear. The export controls were creating unexpected consequences. First, companies began designing modified chips, slightly weaker versions, still powerful, but technically within legal limits. These chips could still be sold overseas, including to Chinese companies. Second, global demand for AI computing exploded. Every major economy now wants AI infrastructure, data centers, supercomputers, cloud platforms. The scale of demand is massive. And American chip companies suddenly faced a dilemma. If US restrictions became too aggressive, global buyers might look elsewhere. Competitors could step in. And once markets shift in semiconductors, they rarely shift back. That raised a difficult question in Washington. Is strict control actually helping the United States or accidentally weakening its position? Because the semiconductor industry works on scale. The more chips companies sell, the faster they innovate. The more revenue they generate, the more they invest in research. Cut off major markets, and that engine slows down. That reality created tension inside the US government. National security officials want strict limits. They want to slow down China's progress. But economic officials see another risk. If US companies lose global market share, China may accelerate its own chip industry and eventually build alternatives. Once that happens, control disappears entirely. So the sudden softening of the rule may reveal something deeper. Washington is balancing two fears. Fear number one, China catching up in artificial intelligence. Fear number two, America pushing the world away from its own technology. And the second fear is growing, because the AI race is not only about algorithms, it's about infrastructure, factories, supply chains, chip fabrication. And those supply chains are global. Even the most advanced AI chips rely on international manufacturing. Some are produced using machines from Europe. Others require rare materials sourced worldwide. Many are manufactured in Taiwan. That makes the entire system incredibly complex, which means controlling AI hardware is far harder than controlling software. And as restrictions tighten, other governments start asking uncomfortable questions. Should they rely entirely on U.S. technology or build their own alternatives? Some are already investing billions. China is funding domestic semiconductor companies. Europe is building its own chip initiatives. The Middle East is investing in massive AI infrastructure. Everyone understands one thing: AI will define economic power, military power, geopolitical influence, which makes the sudden U.S. policy shift even more interesting because it suggests something unusual. Even the world's largest superpower may not fully control the AI race anymore. Technology moves too fast, markets move too fast, and once global demand explodes, stopping it becomes nearly impossible. Instead of controlling AI development, governments may only be able to shape it, guide it, slow it slightly, but never truly stop it. And that brings us back to the quiet policy shift. On the surface, it looks technical, a regulatory tweak, a minor adjustment, but underneath, it reveals something much bigger. The AI competition between the United States and China is entering a new phase, a phase where simple restrictions may no longer work, a phase where economic strategy matters as much as security strategy, and a phase where technological momentum might be unstoppable. The real question now is not whether the AI race will continue. That part is already guaranteed. The real question is, who will control the infrastructure powering it? Because whoever controls the chips controls the future of artificial intelligence. And the latest move from Washington suggests something surprising. Even the world's largest superpower may be discovering just how difficult that control really is.